What's up? Let's let the drawing begin, shall we? So today I've got this little demon toy guy. I think he's a little cutie. And then if I finish up with this guy. Oh, hey, what's up, little kitten bit? First time chatter. How's it going? Good seeing you here. And we also got I Like the Beans here. How you guys doing today? We're gonna start off with this little demon toy guy, and then if we finish him early, we'll start this cauldron slime guy as well. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. It's mostly been a slow morning for me. You like that little cauldron guy? I've been out of town for about a week or like 5 days, so finally getting back to doing some drawing on stream here. Yeah, I think this little cauldron guy is probably going to be one of my favorites for this Halloween season here. I really like him. I love monsters that are like multiple monsters because we got the cauldron is alive, but then we got the slimes, the little bubble potion slime guys as well. I might end up changing the back feet, but yeah, I like the little feet. The band-aids are cool. I tried to add like little handle ears, like cauldron handles. But I didn't really like how any of them looked, so I think I will leave him earless or handleless. But yeah, today we're gonna start with the devil toy because I drew this guy back in August, and I've just been waiting for October to actually like finish him. This guy should be pretty easy though, pretty easy shading. It's just gonna be like a plastic toy with pretty simple shapes. And I haven't drawn on my computer for probably a week, so I might be a little bit rusty. Okay. I look up at my camera and my head's like all the way off cam here. Yeah, my hopes with these streams is always to get other people drawing, to get people in the mood. Oh, you like my plants? Yeah, I've got a whole window of plants behind me. And then behind them is a couple of snake tanks with some snakes. Yeah, there's a big window right there. They get plenty of sunlight. We have one rosy boa and one Kenyan sand boa. And you're gonna start Inktober? I like the beans. That's cool. I did Inktober a couple years ago, and it's definitely a lot of hard work. I think for now I like just doing these Halloween themed monsters every October instead. I'm gonna do a little bit of cheating for the perfect circles here. Yeah, it's easy to get behind on Inktober stuff. Um, yeah, I'm glad you like the Halloween stuff that I do. I don't know what this group is. There we go. Okay, so how do I do this? Get on the right pen and then do this? Okay, that's way too thick. Let me go down to 8. It's a little better. Okay. And I wouldn't make these perfect circles if I was doing like a watercolor style, but for this like more modern style, to me it fits. It's not like out of place, I don't think. If that makes sense. Hey, what's up, Esquilo? How you doing? I really admire your ability to emulate styles and break stuff down into simple, pleasing shapes. Yeah, a lot of times I feel like my designs are too simple. They're just like this guy is just a bunch of round shapes, you know, but and then this guy is just a big round shape with legs with some different round shapes coming out of its head. Um I always hope in the future that I can make more complex designs, you know. Simple is hard for you. Dude, I love the cauldron too. Look at that. He's so cute. I think so. I'm aiming to do 10 of these guys this year. I think this guy will be in my top 2 or 3, probably. Esquilo, you had a good Children's Day? That's good. Remind me again what that is. Your parents celebrate you and you get candy and stuff? You want to write an entire RPG game from my designs? That sounds like a lot of work. Yeah, I definitely feel rusty drawing on my tablet here, taking a week off. Really one of those things where like your hand really has to remember like exactly what to do, you know? A holiday where we spend time with our children and give them gifts on October 12th. So, are you the child or are you the parent here? No way, a little RPG about being some kind of adorable or adorkable, whatever, alchemist monster and rebuilding a monster village. That honestly sounds like um, an indie game that probably already came out. I can see the indie game trailer now at the Wholesome Direct. Wholesome Games? Whatever it's called. Wholesome Games Direct. This is not a good looking oval. I gotta smooth these lines out. I just got done spending like 5 days in a big Airbnb house in Minnesota with my wife and my sister and her husband. And they have a new baby who's like 3 months old. So we were kind of helping babysit a little bit. And it was a lot of fun. It was such a fun week. Does Photoshop have anything like Clip Studio Paint's thing where it deletes lines up to an intersection? I think I know what you're talking about. I think I've seen that before. And as far as I know, it doesn't have that feature. As far as I know, that's just a Clip Studio Paint thing. You're single and live with your parents and brother. Okay, so you got to do all the fun stuff on Children's Day. That's unfortunate. Usually Photoshop has more stuff. I guess I'll have to extra appreciate it as something Clip Studio Paint actually has. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if in the future it has that stuff. To me, Photoshop is kind of like Instagram where it doesn't really know what it wants to be. Like a lot of people use Photoshop to draw, but Photoshop's a lot of the new features are like half of them are for drawing, half of them are for photo editing, half of them are, I don't know, it's got a lot of Adobe Illustrator features too that aren't really for drawing but more just for like digital type graphic stuff, like graphic design. And same with Instagram, it's like it's trying to be TikTok. It wants to be a photo sharing app. I'm trying really hard not to go on an Instagram rant, but Clip Studio Paint seems like it knows what it wants to be. It wants to be for people illustrating, you know? And Photoshop kind of, they might have that feature someday, but it's probably not their top priority. CSP is actually getting some super useful, more graphic design type features and upcoming updates, arrangement and centering and stuff. Its super focus was originally called Manga Studio. Oh, I don't know if I knew that. Yeah, I'll be sticking with Photoshop for the foreseeable future. Just because I just like when it comes to new programs, it's really intimidating to learn a new thing, you know. totally hear that. I had a weird kind of thing happen where after using Photoshop for decades, when I switched to CSP, I ended up learning way more useful stuff because I felt like I didn't know things and looked more up. A lot of what I ended up learning exists in Photoshop and would have streamlined my process there a lot, but for some reason switching to CSP unlocked the learn stuff part of my brain. I'm a lot faster now. That makes sense. I know what you mean. Like, every once in a while I'll look up new stuff in Photoshop, but generally I feel like I'm good, you know. I know enough. Oops. I'm really glad you came to Bossman's stream because my art is so inspiring and motivational for you. Thanks. That does feel really good to hear. It's just one of those things, you know, everybody looks at their own art and they're like, man, this looks like shit. Like, including me. So to hear somebody else be like, you know, you make me want to draw. That's really cool. Because then that makes me want to draw. You know what I'm saying? I know what you mean, but it's still so mind blowing to hear you say that about your own art. You're a master of a lot of aspects. I'm still learning, so it's always cool to see your work slash your art. Extra nice because you're very friendly and approachable. One day I'm gonna commission you. You're gonna make me blush. Oh, I got a big circle for the body here. I'm gonna do that same trick. Oops. I used to work in comics slash merchandising and did a ton of work with freelance artists. Oops. Freelance artists on work made for hire, and gushing over their work was always my favorite part. Art is so devalued societally, and it's so hard to do. And it's such an important human endeavor. Artists deserve a ton of praise and all the time, in my opinion. Oh, hey, what's up, Purple Sea? How you doing? Yeah, art is one of those things where, in terms of value, I always feel bad charging what I charge for commissions. But if you just break it down as far as like an hourly wage, like, you know, if you paid somebody, if somebody was paying me by the hour to do art, it would be like a pretty low wage. You know what I'm saying? Like, art is definitely a skill that a lot of people don't realize. It's like, it takes a lot of time, even for great artists. A lot of the times, even when what you see is them pumping art out onto social media, you don't know how much time and effort goes into it. I haven't looked at my rates lately, but I'm confident you're still undercharging. I kind of change up my rates every time I open commissions. Lately, I did these things called light commissions. I charged 20 bucks, which is not enough. So next time I do that, it'll be 30. But it's where the person they'll give me a prompt or like an image, and then they pretty much have no input beyond that. So they'll give me like a sentence of what the monster will be, and then I'll draw it, and I'll give it to them, and that's it, you know. So that's like half the price of a regular commission. But the regular commissions are like 55 or 60 for me, just because they take a very long time. And what people who don't commission artists don't realize is a lot of times there's a lot of back and forth where the artist will draw something and then they'll have to change it and then maybe change it again. And then oftentimes I'll be changing the colors at least once, you know. Purple Sea, you'll finally have a job starting soon? That's exciting. You excited about it? Is it a sweet job? Had no idea your rates were that low. Holy shit. I actually could commission you at that rate. Yeah, it's one of those things like I don't really value my own art that much, so I always feel bad about charging that much. But at the same time, I'm always considering raising my rates simply because I'll open up commissions. I'll want to do like 2 commissions, and then I'll just get a ton of people at my current rates, and I'm like, I could raise them, and I'll still get as much work as I want. So it's just like a supply and demand thing, you know. at that point. In the video game industry, UX designer, that's really cool. I could double those rates. Yeah, I know. But then I would feel twice as bad. But then I could buy twice as many PS5s, so... that's a tough one. Ever since I had my own money, I always think about dollar amounts in terms of how many consoles it could buy. So like if I was a teenager and I was saving up for a GameCube, I would be like, oh my god, I have one GameCube's worth of money right now. I can buy one GameCube. And then, you know, I have $50 and I'm like, I can buy a video game. So even as an adult, I'll do some commissions and I'm like, I just saved up for a PS5. Even though, you know, I have like rent and food and insurance and stuff. So I have it written down how much money I make on commissions, and it's just like if I hit console level, I get really excited, even though I'm not going to buy another console. I'm just like, holy shit, look, I could buy a Switch if I want to. Yeah, I think it's left over from when I was a kid. That was like the ultimate expensive luxury item that I would want to buy as like a teenager. And one of those things, if there was a console you wanted but you didn't have, that really sucked. You know, your friends have PS2s and you don't have one. So it's one of those things, it's just like the most expensive thing you would buy for fun. And it also really sucked when you didn't have one. Do you have any kind of alert list for when your commissions are open? I just post about it in social media. Usually I'll post about it in my Instagram stories first. But no, I don't really have any kind of alert. I was thinking about next time I open commissions, opening them on Ko-Fi, like the same website as my shop, so that will alert people who follow me there. Can you request a ping? Like a DM or something, you mean? But yeah, maybe I'll open it up on Ko-Fi. I just got Ko-Fi Gold, so they're not going to take fees anymore from things I sell in my shop, or if I do commissions, they won't take any fees. You have some mons for your project? That's cool. Man, it's one of those things I wish I could quit my job and just do commissions full time. Because I get a lot of DMs for people's projects. And a lot of DMs from people who are like, you know, message me when your commissions are open. And it's like way too much to keep track of. You know what I mean? But if I was doing that full time, that would be great to have like way too much potential work, you know? And I would love to just like do art for people's projects, to do all the art. I would love to just be like, this person has 50 monsters, I'll do all those. There's like a few card games that want me to do their art, but it's like if I did one person's project full time, I still don't know if I'd be fast enough to finish it. Yeah, I know what you mean about raising my rates. Um, it's just one of those things though. Like going full time is just that's a much scarier lifestyle than just being able to go and clock in at work every day. I don't know. Myself and May McFrumples always toss around game ideas just to work on together. When it's personal stuff and you can take your time, maybe if it's something small. Yeah. So there is this one game. I hear that for sure. There's this one game that's in development, Minecraft. I am doing all the art for that game, but just very slowly. And when I say all the art, I mean like promotional images. I'm not doing any of the game design work. It's just like if they ever want to make a strategy guide, they'll have like 150 images from me that they can put in there. Man, I'm definitely working a lot slower today. I can tell. I feel pretty rusty. Have you seen the Tunic manual? By the way, your art would kill for a project like that. Hey, don't be sorry, dude. Streams are always much better when people are chatting. Um, yeah, I had an idea for a game, and this was like right before Tunic came out, so it's one of those things where I had this idea, and then like 3 weeks later, I saw someone else do the idea, and I'm like, oh man, I thought I was the first one to ever think of that. But making a monster taming RPG where you have a strategy guide like Tunic in the game. Like the game itself would be like pixel art, like it would look similar to first or second gen Pokemon, but then the actual strategy guide would look, it would have like full illustrations and everything, but it would have the info on the monsters and stuff. I love it when games have extra stuff like that in them. Cool things to collect or unlock. I can hear one of my cats meowing outside the door. She must be bored. My other cat's in here sitting right next to me on a chair, just licking himself. But they don't get along yet, so they need to stay separated for now. This year for Halloween, I really want to make a cat witch hollow pal. I've drawn some concepts for like hair witches, like witches that are just full head of hair going down so you can't even see their body. But I'd love to somehow make it like a cat witch. That would be cool. Okay, I think I got all the lines done finally. One thing I feel like I'm slowly learning from following your art is to use more straight lines and simple shapes in my drawings. Not had a lot of actual art instruction. Me either, by the way. But some of what I did have was with a wonderful teacher in an oil painting class who specialized in pet portraits. So she was much more about realism, less about the simplifying / abstract shapes. That is one goal of mine. With designs, sometimes I have a hard time, like if I want to let's just say draw a porcupine monster. I'll start by drawing like a porcupine, and then I'll realize this looks too much like a real animal and not enough, not like abstract enough, you know? So that's something I definitely need to work on. Because I'm not like, in the design phase, I'm not like super creative. I never really know what to draw. I don't have good ideas. My designs mostly come from my hand and the pencil doing its own thing. I can't sit there and like think of a cool, like, oh, it'd be cool if the porcupine monster was like this. It's like I just picture a porcupine, and then maybe when I'm drawing, I drew its head weird, or the pose it's in gives me a different idea while I'm drawing it, you know. I kind of don't really pre-plan any designs I ever do. It just kind of happens in the moment. Man, I'm so embarrassed by designing. I don't know if I'll ever stream my design phase. Ideas are cheap and meaningless compared to execution. That I 100% agree with. When somebody comes up with a monster, like a fake mon design that's like, I don't know, like a penguin with an ice cube on its head, and some other artist was like, oh, I had that idea, but now I have to change it. It's like, you don't have to change it. People will come up with that same idea 10,000 times. But it's what you do with the idea, you know? Now I have to try to remember what colors I was picturing for these. Also different directions. One idea of a fake mon can't be exactly the same. I've seen a case where an artist I follow and a different artist I follow both drew the exact same design and even named it the exact same thing. And it's one of those things where both artists they had proof, like old sketches and stuff, where they didn't copy. And that's so funny. It was the exact same design and the exact same name. It does happen sometimes. I have to try to remember what colors I was picturing when I drew this guy. Okay, I'm gonna go back. I do not want its arms and legs to be yellow. I've decided. Shit. Okay, we'll try that. So this is what I was imagining, but I don't like its face. I don't know. Do you guys think the face should be a different color? I don't know what other color it would even be. Also, the horns maybe should be white. I didn't want to make it white because the glove is white and it's right in front of the horn, so I don't like two objects of the same color to overlap. If I have to, it's not really a big deal. Actually, I do like this. I think that face, after changing the horn color, I think it looks pretty good. Oh, actually, let me change it to an orange or something. I'm a lazy cheater. I swipe color palettes from images I like and play with gradient maps a ton. Yeah, I wouldn't call that cheating. But I know you're kidding, so. That's one thing I think people who aren't artists don't realize. A lot of making art is using references, like just straight up taking things from other things. You know what I mean? Like, I think people kind of expect artists to like make something up completely in their head and then execute it exactly how they're thinking without any external, you know, they don't take color palettes from other images. They don't, like, all of my drawings I do, not all of them, but maybe half of them, I straight up am looking at a different monster that somebody else drew and I draw the exact same pose because I feel like I don't know what to do with poses. So half the time I just look at a different drawing and I just draw the pose. And you know, I feel like a lot of people who aren't artists don't really expect art to work that way necessarily. Yeah, you wouldn't call it cheating, but yeah, exactly. Non-confident. Like I'm not confident with poses. I'm not confident with a lot of things. There's a lot of different kinds of designs I'm really not confident with. Sometimes I'm not confident with colors at all, but other people don't really see it, you know? In your own head, it's obvious. In everybody else's eyes, they have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know if anybody's ever noticed this, but I really, really can't help myself but put a tongue in every single drawing that I do. Just like a little pink tongue that's showing. I love drawing a mouth open, and I love just having the little tongue peeking out. I have no idea why. It's just one of those things. I also love drawing little fangs. Oh, there's a squirrel out there. Oh, he's holding his nut. Good for him. So this guy's supposed to be a toy. Is that really the color I went with? Okay. I really want these colors to pop, like they're bright plastic. So I'm going to change this. Now, whenever I do a yellow, I try to do it in this golden orange area a little bit because I cannot tell yellow from lime green. So I'm always afraid I'm going too far into the green. But I think this is fine. Okay, so for this image, I'm going to shade the whites with a blue. I always go back and forth on shading white with either yellow or blue. Since this image is 100% warm colors, I'm going to shade the white with a cool color. That's how I decide that. You always need some good color balance in every image. I don't have Daltonism or anything, but I don't know how to work with yellow in general. I have no idea what Daltonism is. What is that? That's the name for some color blindness. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know there. I always forget which one I have, but there's like proto something and deutero something. I think those are both red-green colorblind. But yeah, I've never heard Daltonism before. But yeah, each time I try to work with yellow, it's the worst color I can render and it never fits. Oh, it's French. Okay, I was wondering. Yeah, I was wondering if that was just the name for it somewhere else. I don't love this one here. I think I'm going to just make the whole thing shaded. Man, the way I have my stream set up right now, it's so hard to read chat. I scroll a little bit and it just flies up. Alright. Okay, weird question. I have this thing, I can't tell if it's ADHD related or just my own brain. But I can go in phases where I either cannot sketch digitally or cannot draw on paper. Right now, I only want to draw plus ink in my sketchbook. Slash on paper for some reason. At some point, it always flips back. I used to do all my sketching digitally, but I can't anymore. I can only draw in my sketchbook. So now I do all my sketches there first, and then I take a picture with my phone, and then I put it in Dropbox onto my computer. Like I'll show you for this guy. This is from my sketchbook here. And yeah, I just like I can't draw that well digitally anymore. I don't know why. But for now I can only do it in my sketchbook. Used to always do that too. Yeah. I wonder if someday I'll be able to sketch digitally again. I feel like my hand feels a lot more free on paper than it does on a tablet. Hmm. Man, my cat is just meowing up a storm. I'm gonna go check on her real quick, see what she's up to. So I'll be right back. My cat is very bored. But after this, I'll probably go play with her at some point. She's just outside the door meowing, and my other cat is just like staring at the door. First time chatter, what's up, Techno Man? You ready for the spooky art? Yeah, we're drawing a little demon toy right now. It's like a little, you know, like a Toy Story character if it was the devil. And then after that, if I have enough time, I will be drawing this guy too. This cauldron guy here. So that's what we're up to today. They were in this drawing. It's kind of like you know how witches will like brew potions in Halloween movies or whatever, just in like lore. It's just like a potion, but it's also like a slime, just like an RPG slime enemy kind of thing, just like a living slime. So not really soap. They're kind of bubbles, but they're like slimy. It's like a potion. I don't know. Witches drink that shit, dude. I don't know what goes into it. No names for the devil toy yet. If anybody has any ideas, I am open to it. Pranky Buster? Pranky Buster, that's funny. Then the cauldron is Punky Brewster. Okay. That's funny. Yeah, what if these dudes just have like almost the exact same name? That was a sitcom reference. Double Bubble? That's not a bad name. I feel like this red needs to be darker. I think it's looking good so far. If it had a sports outfit, I would say Jersey Devil. That would be a fun concept to draw. Hmm. Oh, I have to go tell my wife something real quick. I'll be right back. Her favorite streamer just went live and she's taking a nap, so be right back. All right, I guess she set an alarm for that. You know, these golden parts look more metal than plastic, but I'm okay with that. I like making, whenever I do golden things, I like making them look metal. I don't really know why, but that's just something that I like to do. Shininess is pleasing to look at. Yeah. I mean, that's just it. I like looking at gold, I guess. Oops. I'm gonna start adding in some little highlights here. What do you guys think? Looking good so far? Are you guys seeing anything that I should be adding, like lighting wise or anything like that? Well, I should add something to the eyes. Right now they're just straight black and straight white. Okay, what is it missing? What is it missing? I don't feel like I'm completely done yet. A little spork. Well, that wouldn't really fit its theme. Let me show you if I can find it. I'll show you a little demon that I drew last year. It's a demon almost the exact same color scheme here. So this is the one demon monster I drew for Halloween last year. And as you can see, it's holding a fork and a knife. And I kind of designed them to be the same kind of demon. Like, you know, red with giant horns that are the same shape, the same tail. You know, a lot of yellow and red and orange. So I don't really want to give this guy a spork because that'll kind of take away from his toy theme, and the one I did last year already is holding one. The belly button is great, yeah. So yeah, I might be about done with this one, with the toy guy. Price tag? Oh my god, that's so cool. That's such a good idea. I don't usually add more lines after I'm done. Like I was thinking like what more shading could I add, but a little price tag would be really cool. Dude, and the price tag could say 666 on it. Got it. On the foot it could say Andy or something. Andrew. Cool. I'll add a little price tag, and maybe I'll add some wording on the foot. Maybe a child's name, maybe a brand name. Yeah, that's a good idea. The name Kyle fucking sucks, though. I don't want to put my own name on his foot. Then people will think about me and not about the lore of the monster. It'd be cool to try to think of a devil name like Lucy for Lucifer or something like that, but I think I'll do a price tag. Oh, where would I even put the price? You're actually out, but thanks for the stream. Worked on a few similar things. Here's how far I got on this little guy. Do you want me to show this on stream? Because I got it pulled up right now. Lucius. Yeah, I want like a cuter name though. So here's what Little Kitten Bit was working on. Extremely work in progress. As it says on there. That's really cool. Yeah, I like the magic wand, the sleep cap, pillow. It's a vibe. Kind of reminds me of the last monster I did with the wizard hat, and it summons the night sky. But anyway, yeah, thanks for sticking around, Little Kitten Bit. We will see you Hopefully some other time here. Sleep Mage, yeah. Could do a tag on the tail. I'm not going to give it a ponytail. Yeah, so maybe no price tag. Okay, here we go. Thank you, Sleep Mage, because my cat will lie on top of me in the mornings and make it so hard to get up. So we say she's casting sleep spells. That's really cool. I love it when something in your own life just like is automatic lore for creatures that you do. Thanks for the stream. Catch you around. Yeah, see you around. Okay, so what we are going to do is draw something on its foot. Maybe a price on its foot. I kind of like the name Lucy. And maybe no price tag, because that would kind of be. It's not the exact same idea, but it's like kind of a little text focal point, so I don't want to do two of them. And I think I like the name on the foot better than a price tag, so I will go with name on the foot. Okay, I just have to think about how to do that. I'm just trying to think of how the lighting would work for this. I'm gonna try out an inner shadow for a second just to see. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what angle would make the most sense. So let me go normal. Let me take this color here. And then something like that. And I think what I will do is get rid of these extra lines on the foot here, because now that I've added this name, that kind of takes away from the lines. So I'm going to take these away. Okay, I think that's really cool. Let me take this. Okay, that's cool. I like what we did there. I think I've got one thing that is still bothering me, and I think it's the shading on this part right here, the golden cuff. So I think I'll redo that. It's so funny how flat it looks when you delete the shading. I think that looks a little bit better. Nope. Oh, I did that on the wrong layer. Oops. Oh, how do I want to shade this thing? Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, I think I am actually about done. I think that'll do it. Probably been saying that for like 45 minutes, but oh, I see a couple things I want to add to shading wise. And then once I'm done with this guy, I will end the stream. It's possible I will stream again later to do the to draw this guy. But if I do that, it'll be later. It won't be right now. So I'm gonna add a couple more shading things, and then I'll probably be done for now. Okay, there was that. What else was there? I saw something I wanted to add. Oh, I know, I know. Alright, now that hand is clearly in front, that was kind of bothering me before. Then I want to do different shading on this one too. Okay, I think that looks a lot better. Kind of looks like he has snowballs for hands. But that's okay. They're just supposed to be white gloves, and he's just like a little toy, so they're not detailed. It's just like... I'd like to paint like a fist on there, but I don't think that would look very good. So I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Okay, we're going to call that quits for now. Like I said, maybe later, maybe tomorrow, we'll draw the next one. We'll draw Cauldron Buddy here. But yeah, thanks for watching, you guys. Thanks for... Man, look how dramatic the lighting is on my camera. Thanks for watching me draw. I had a lot of fun. You hopefully had a lot of fun. We're all just a bunch of fun havers, and we'll have some more fun later, so... see you guys around.